This car is coming along. Right now I'm just wiring those two things. Like the old fan has the exact same color, which is the color coded yellow, green. Yeah, yellow, green, and orange and purple. So I'm guessing, I'm taking an educated guess as these wires, this is positive, this is ground wire, positive, ground wire. And so red is positive, black is ground. So I'm doing that. All right, so I bought one of these shrink wraps, I guess, for wires, heat wraps, because the original wires had these two on there. So gives a little bit of extra heat protection. So you want to make sure you have these to avoid any future issues, I guess, overheating the wires. So it's not be good. You don't want to take out this fan again. So I have these topped over, and I'm about to connect with the module later, the control module. Another thing is you can start putting back these little tabs, which are these little things. Just use your crimping tools, kind of get them to, kind of push them, and then put it back on here. Just put one at a time, put them back. Just like one step simple. So I managed to put all this new fan in there. It is pretty easy compared to the old fan. I guess the clearance is a lot better compared to the older fan. Getting it out was pain, but putting it in was fairly easy. So now I'm just gonna button up everything, put back everything is where it's supposed to be, and reconnect the wires for the module. It's not too bad connecting the module. So now just go back to all your steps, putting everything where back it needs to be. I hope that I remember everything where it's supposed to go, and wipe off all the extra excess fluid. Like for example here, I have some extra fluid here, so I'm gonna get some towel and get that done. So I'm able to put most of the stuff back. I wired everything where I need to. This is the control module for the fan. I wired it and put everything back where it needs to be. There's a couple screws that I got left over. Let me see if I can find it. I left this out because this was for the bumper. I have no idea where these two they belong to. So for the future reference, you guys just make sure you take a picture of what you took off. So when you go back, you know exactly what bolts are supposed to go on. That's 101. I just made a stupid mistake because I was trying to hurry up and finish everything. So far, I haven't tested it yet. I do believe I still need to bleed the system for the coolant. So I need to look out the procedure for that. And also there's an oil hookup on the bottom. So I need to see whether I need to fill some more transmission fluid as far as for this car. I have a couple more bolts for the motor mounts that I swapped out. So I'll have, you can see that bolt right there. I have another one. It's on top, right underneath the manifold. You see, get the light on. It's right underneath that manifold. You see that that's the turbo right here. And then right underneath, there's one. That's the hardest one. If you guys do swap out the motor mount on the left side, just be careful when you screw it on. Don't do it on a rush. You can have that stuff taken care of. Let me find that tool that you guys got. So this is a tool that I bought. It's not great, but it's much better than what I don't have. Stubby swivel thing. Yes, I bought it just for that space right there. If you guys can find a better tool, you can comment below. Let me know what's better. This is, I think it's about $16 for this thing. It wasn't too bad. The gear wrench, bought it off of Amazon. Yeah, so everything came back. It looks okay. I haven't tested everything, but I do believe I wired everything correctly. I wired exactly what that is according to the old one. So it is painful. Just brace yourself once you start it. Just don't drag out too long so you don't forget where everything's supposed to go, or just take a picture of it and you'll be good to go. Mount was kind of pain. It's not too bad, but it's kind of pain. You got make sure all your bolts are on. The very tricky one is on this side because it's right under the turbo, and there's like so much limited space that you can do. I even went out and I bought one of these short stubby wrench that's supposed to help me, and it's still very hard. Just make sure you don't the one mistake I made was I was trying to rush in a hurry, and I tried to bolt on this side, and I kind of cross thread one of the bolts over there, the nuts, and and that will cause a big setback, because you might have to rethread it, take off the motor mount, rethread it again, and then get new bolts and stuff. So just be careful on that side. Don't rush your way through it. You should be able to do it, but it's just still pain in the butt for that side.